What are we doing here, really? This makes no sense. And again, listen, I love myself some F1, but I feel at this stage like I'm in an abusive relationship. The thing that I love as an entity loves me back not. In fact, it hates me. It wants to destroy me and my kind. What are you talking about, Cameron? When I'm talking about the love-hate relationship that Formula One has with content creators in the space, whether that's YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, whatever, you know already that there is a techie thing about intellectual property, that Formula One likes to do one of these, circle the wagons around it, and this is all finance. Cash rules everything around me, cream get the man in. So in that sense, I cannot hate that. I do not hate that. They are entitled to that because F1 is indeed a business first and a sporting enterprise second. And anybody that tells you anything different isn't talking in good faith. Give them that. However, surely at this stage, as far as content creators on any space, on any platform, Formula One, if it has itself half a mind and is worth the commercial metal that apparently they think they are, they have to know that content creators are out here doing their bidding, are they not? What are we doing here, Formula One? How do you make these guys and girls' lives more difficult than necessary when they are helping you? We race as one, surely. This is meant to be collaboration. Effect 101. Surely we get from A to B quicker if we work together, if indeed we profit from the symbiosis. Surely this is just common sense, but apparently common sense in Formula One is none too common. This is now Stalin's Russia. What are you talking about, Cameron? Be specific. Well, here's the meat in and amongst all this. F1 is asking content creators across different platforms to change their name, to remove from their names and logos and brand names F1. What are we doing here? It is genuinely, this makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. Are there not bigger fires to fight? Do we not want to grow ourselves an F1 community, broaden growth markets, the likes of which are North America, Latin America, South Asia, North Asia, India, Africa even? Are we not looking to take ourselves a Grand Prix to Rwanda or South Africa in short order, Kailami? Is that not where we're going with this? And if that's the objective in the short to medium term, surely therefore you can do that quicker, more efficiently by leveraging the good work that content creators do across different platforms. Am I not making sense? Is there something that I'm missing out here, Steve, Michael, Jomo? Am I not making sense? Because I don't understand why F1 is now pursuing and trying to destroy the livelihoods of content creators who do their bidding for me. This is nonsense. It makes no sense and I cannot cope with it. FP1 Will, the legend, is being destroyed. Okay, so has FP1 Will been too liberal with F1 footage across some of his series in the past? You can make that argument, of course. And again, F1 has its intellectual property. Of course it does. Copywritten is the F1 logo, but no one's out here using the logo, just the name. Is that not the sport? It feels like that's me saying NFL or NBA. That's the name of the sport, for Pete's sake. What are we doing? Why are we making our lives difficult here when there is a symbiosis in our objectives? Yes, there is monetary value in content creating. Of course, it would be disingenuous of me not to say that. But surely there is a symbiosis. We want the same thing, do content creators and Formula One as a commercial enterprise. Indeed, to grow the bloody sport. You don't believe me? When Lewis Hamilton news dropped about him joining Ferrari, the sport did one of these. All of a sudden, everybody's watching. Everybody was dialed in. It was a viral story. Content creators and Formula One alike benefit. A rising tide surely therefore floats all boats. What are we doing here? F1 cannot win without content creators. Indeed, there is a symbiosis, a common denominator, a common goal to be achieved, and it makes no sense for one to sabotage the other or vice versa. And there's something that I'm missing here. Look, I watch a load of NBA, I'll be honest. I watch a load of other sports. NBA harvests the power of content creators. They allow them, encourage them to go out and use their clips, their intellectual property, because they understand the power in that. What are we missing here? Why is NBA so different then to Formula One? Why does it understand its ability to tap into growth markets, hitherto untapped markets, by virtue of the good work that content creators does? And F1 up until now still haven't cottoned on to that. What are we doing here? This just makes no sense. And I think we need to talk about it. I know, listen, people can brush it under the rug, and you know what, I don't want to talk about it, and it's all taboo. But sometimes you've got to talk about these things. Why are we any different from any other sport? Daniel may come from camera. I say don't use your same name, man. Cameron. I don't know what you're saying, Daniel. Daniel, I've already changed the Cameron. Cameron F1 is no longer, it's Cameron. Just gone Cameron. Now I can change the name. That's the brand. That's my name. What am I going to do here? There needs to be a degree of authenticity. Does there not? I just don't understand though. Listen, before we talk about my brand, I just don't understand why they're making the lives of content creators difficult, when these content creators are the very same people, guys and girls, that are out here doing the bidding of Formula One. Listen, I remember Super Bowl a couple of years back. You remember when Volvo didn't run any ads again? The advert, the prime time slots during Super Bowl advertisement time, millions of pounds, right? Volvo said, you know what, we're not going to pay that. But anytime you see an advert for a car, tweet out #Volvo and you'll be eligible to win a car. That will be automatic entry into a prize to win yourself a top of the range Volvo. Volvo realized that they had the opportunity during Super Bowl to leverage this virality by just using the people that like their cars. It is that bloody simple, and it was free, for Pete's sake. Content creators don't get paid by F1. This is Google AdSense settings and any brand deals that they can find and speak to. So what are we doing here, F1? This is free. There is no charge. There is no debit to your expense line on your P&L that speaks to content creators. We don't get paid via Formula One. So what's the big deal? What's the beef? I don't understand this. There is this free upside vicariously through all the good work that the millions and gazillions of F1 content creators at this stage go out and do. The blood and sweat and tears, the editing, the time researching, the time scripting. It's not just me that I'm taught. You know what I mean? I'm a talking head channel. I have a view and opinion, and I try and back it up with evidence. But that's me. There are content creators out there, though, who are properly putting time into this. Hundreds of hours every single month. Do you know what I mean? God tier level editing, that sort of stuff. And you're looking to chop off their cojones. What are we doing out here? Jan, morning. What? Yeah, honestly, Jan, it's bonkers. Michael, can you guys sports bet in the UK? It's legal, Michael. And again, that's something that they should weaponize, right? It's a big deal. I know it's a big deal in the US, but they don't leverage it that much. They don't even speak to the odds on the internationally syndicated broadcast, which is another thing that we'll get to in short order, I promise. NBA owner. Yeah, Adam Silver. That's not their trademark. Michael, it's tech. I just don't even understand. Honestly, I am... Delano, you've nailed it. Content creators help F1 grow the markets. What did they not realise this? Re-racers one constantly bloody circling the wagons each and every single time, and I've had enough of it. Look, Sky Sports F1 do a half decent job, do they not? The internationally syndicated broadcaster, but there are gaps in the market. They do one podcast a week. Where's their last podcast? When does the podcast come out? Tuesday. What? The race finished on Sunday. Check out football. Talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again so that we realise the extent of the opportunity that Formula One, the one that F's is missing out as an enterprise. Look, if you check out Premier League Premier League football is the biggest sport in the world. If you look at Premier League as an enterprise, Gary Neville does not miss. I know some of you guys don't watch football or soccer as they call it in North America, but look, the levels. Check out the NBA. NBA and football are very similar. The NBA do not miss a beat. You have the basketball guys being Kenny, Shaq, Charles Barkley, Ernie. They do not miss a beat. Every single game they are on there breaking down, analysing. There will be content soon thereafter. When that content dries up, there'll be guys like the GOAT. There'll be guys like Jimmy High Roller bridging those content gaps. So the content, the conveyor belt of content never ever stops. Why? Because there are content creators out there filling the gaps. A, because they love the sport, and B, because there is a business opportunity courtesy of the god tier sports media and social media platforms that are YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. They absolutely bridge a gap. So why not help them in that then? Think about football, soccer. Gary Neville absolutely nailing it each and every single time. Micah Richards. You've got these guys. Kate Abdo, for Pete's sake, nailing it with CBS, going viral every single time with Thierry Henry. So there is not a gap in their content creation cycle. So when the guys and girls at Sky Sports F1 put down their pen, they've got all this virality that people will carry on watching. How can that not grow the sport, therefore? What's the downside in that? All these viral clips that F1 as a commercial rights holder is getting for free. There is no debit on their expense line called content creators. These guys go out and do it off their own backs and get paid via Google, via YouTube, and any other brand deals that they can make good. What are we doing here? This is nonsensical. And the compare the market thing, the point that I'm trying to outline here is that football and NBA do it so much better than F1 do. And that's why their sports, when you look at the numbers, football and NBA, NFL are here, right? Again, different sports, they don't need translation. Anybody can pick up a ball and score a try or a touchdown or a goal. It needs less. The barriers to entry are less for those sports than ours as far as Formula One. You don't need $2 million to go and play football, but you do need $2 million if you harbour aspirations of driving an F2 season, as an example. And in that same sense, because of that, therefore, F1 needs to be super hot on plugging these gaps, these translation exercises, does it not? And the likes of a Josh Revel, Tomo, all these other FP1 will, whoever, throw out any name of any F1 content creator ever, quick stop, anyone, the likes of these guys, McLaren Fan TV, the likes of these guys, they go out, Aldas, they go out and they plug the content gap, the content cycle gap. When Sky F1 put down the pen, you're going to go and watch a Josh Revel video, a god tier documentary, or a Tomo, or an Aldas, or a Quick Stop F1, or a McLaren Fan TV, or a Law VS. You're going to go out or a Shez. You're going to go out and watch these guys because you want content and you're not being given it by a Sky Sports F1 or a Formula One, because during the summer break, they just put their pens down and they fly off to Nice or Monaco or wherever, and we're left doing one of these empty-handed. Not good enough, is it? Not good enough. And it's god tier content as well when we talk about it. Look at Roy Keane. You only need to look at soccer in the UK. Look at Keno and Carragher, the overlap, Gary Neville. They're always putting out this content and they're being encouraged to do it. Yeah, they've got the big names and the cachet and their ex-players, etc., etc. But they're being encouraged to do this. Likes of a James Lawrence Olcott. Yeah, he can't use the footage, but he's been encouraged also. Not being sabotaged by the Premier League, I would imagine. However, in our space, Formula One doesn't like. It's techie, isn't it? Sabotage is a harsh word. And I get that there is a financial thing in this. I cannot go and use any of F1's footage, not flagrantly, because you're going to get chopped off. They will come for you. And I understand that, because commerciality is a thing. And in essence, what I'm doing is depriving them of their monetary upside. And I understand that. But yeah, and still there is a gap to be plugged as far as the F1 content creation cycle. And content creators out here are doing it en masse. This is a sport that we all know and love. I've been watching this bloody sport as long as I've been alive. Back in the day, early 90s, Schumacher settings, Hill settings, Mansell, Prost, whoever, throw out any name that you want to. That's how long I've had skin in this game and been watching it, and I love it. I enjoy talking about it with you guys, going back and forth, arguing, debating, modes of discourse. Was it Lewis at Silverstone? Was it Max? Who done it? Who's gonna win? That's what I'm here for. That is what I'm here for. I thoroughly enjoy that aspect of the sport for warts and all, nooks and cranny settings. And I will be here regardless. That's what I'm here for. Down up a barbershop F1 talk. And there will be an upside in that. There will be people that this channel and other content creators are bringing to the sport. This is the drive to survivation of the sport that they don't talk about. Again, not quite drive to survive levels. We're talking about a difference in extents and not kinds, though. There absolutely 100% will be an upside. There will be people who are new to F1 who have come in via channels, content creators, your Tomos and your Aldaces and your Josh Revels, your Quick Stops. There are people who are brand new to the sport because of those people, because of them. Credit them, therefore. Invite them in. Surely Formula One at this point, it makes sense to understand the symbiosis, I say again for the avoidance of doubt, a rising commercial tide floats all boats. Lest we forget, only at the start of this season when Max Verstappen was dominating, nobody was watching. Growth in terms of viewership was doing one of these, F1. Lest we forget, that was only a couple of months ago. Nobody was watching. All of the Drive to Survive fans who came in on the gangbuster season that was 2021, they were doing one of these. We've been missold a dream here. What are you talking about? This isn't what. This is misrepresentation. 2021 was here, and 2023 et al. 22 have been one of these, right? Monotony settings. So I say all that to say this. Listen, we've got a ways to go. I love the sport. I want as many people. I remember at school talking to one dude in a 24 student class about Formula One. It was a dirty secret. It's a language that only me and Andrew Busby of King Edward's Aston, only me and him understood. Look at me smiling about it. It was lovely. It was a dirty little secret talking about quali and Jacques Villeneuve coming in. Was he going to be as good as his dad? It was like do you know what I mean? It was like an underneath the desk type jobby. It was proper and I loved it. But I don't think we've come on as far as we can come on as improve. I don't think we've leveraged the growth. I don't think we're anywhere near achieving the upside potential that this sport can achieve. It's one of the greatest sports in the world, if not the greatest sport. But to achieve that, to continue growing the live audiences, as well as Sky Sports subscriptions and international syndicated broadcasters around the world. Surely, rather than doing one of these, circling the wagons, we need to encourage content creators to continue doing what they do best. That's creating content. Surely F1 sort it out. What are we doing here?